Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm doing some pistol drills today, and one of the techniques that I'm practicing is my side step. Basically, I'm working at close range, but not grappling range. Okay, that's a different exercise that I'll do in another video. So I'm at distance where basically they can't get their hands on me, but presumably they either got a gun or they got a knife. So one of the things that I like to do when I draw, since I have to buy a second anyway to get to my gun, while I'm getting to my gun, I want to sidestep. Okay? The idea there is with the sidestep is I'm basically getting offline. It's something that I use all the time in other types of combat, like in my sword fighting, my knife fighting. And the idea is that they see me here, right? You know, they plan to attack me here. So what I want to do is I just want to step offline and make that attack. And I'm really not losing any time because I have to get to my gun anyway. So while I'm getting to my gun, I'm basically just spreading my legs out and just stepping off to the side. And it gives me the opportunity to take back initiative, okay? Because you know, they're the attacker. They already have it in their mind that they're about to attack me. So they're really a step ahead of me, okay? So if I stand still in place, they've already got their gun or their knife out or whatever, and I'm just going for my gun. The chances are that they're going to beat me, okay? They're going to shoot me before I get to my gun. But if I can just take that side step, okay, what I've done is I've taken back some initiative. If they fire, they will hopefully fire at my last known position, which is here. So the bullet will go past me. I mean, there's no guarantees in life. I mean, basically, we're just playing the odds. There's a better chance that they will miss me if I take a side step than if I stand still, okay? So that's the side step. That's something that I like to practice, and especially if it's a gunfight, okay, where I know that they got a gun, that they're probably going to want to fight me at distance, okay? They're not really looking to close at me, because if they got a gun, there's no reason for them to, you know, get to my position here. They're gonna shoot me from there. If it's a knife fight where I think that they're going to charge at me, then what I will typically do is I'll either back up to create space, or I'll run laterally. Okay, so you know, if I'm at this distance here, okay, so you know, again, I'm creating space there. The other thing that I like to do is run laterally. Okay, and the idea here is if I'm here, right, if I'm running backwards, well, I don't have eyes on the back of my head, so if I'm running backwards and shooting, there's a good chance that I might trip over something. And the more steps you run backwards, the better chance you have of tripping over something. So if it's I got a gun and they got a knife, okay, and I know that they can close on me pretty fast with that knife, what I want to do is I want to basically, as I'm drawing my gun, I'm going to start moving in this direction. And the idea is that they're going to be charging my last known position. So if by me moving in that direction, okay, or in the other direction, but since I'm right-handed right now, I want to move in that direction. By me moving in that direction, because they don't know exactly where I'm going to stop. They don't know if I'm going to come over here and stop here and start shooting. So they don't know how fast, how far I'm going to go. So they're going to be running at my last known position, which is going to basically get us going in a circle like that. And basically, if they're charging forward and I'm running backwards to create distance, they can run forward at me a lot faster than I can run backwards, and I'm probably going to end up tripping if I try to run backwards fast for long enough. Okay, but if I start moving in that direction, okay, now I'm moving in the same direction that my hips are pointed, so I'm moving forward, and what I'm able to do is point the gun backwards. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my arms bent over here, I'll do it this way so you guys can see it. So if you're the bad guy, to draw my gun, boom, 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 boom. By bending my arms in this position like this, I'm able to basically get behind my sights or get behind the gun, okay, and direct my hips in the direction that I want to run in and point the gun backwards. So there's less of a chance that I'm going to trip. So the way I'll typically practice this drill, since I can't get the target to move, I'll start on the corner here, right, at the corner, and I'll pull out, and I'll practice moving like that. I'll do this again. So I'll start off at the corner here, okay, and I'll practice moving like that. Now, if for some reason I needed to move in the other direction, right? So let's say I started here, okay? If I'm right-handed, it's really hard for me to move in that direction with the gun here and get both hands on my gun. So it's really not preferable, but if I absolutely have to do it, because let's say there's a cliff or something on this side, if possible, I want to transfer to my left hand. You know, and yeah, I mean, I know transferring a gun in the middle of a gunfight is not a great idea, but if I, you know, again, I would rather, if I'm right-handed, I'd rather be circling to the right, but if I must go left, okay, that's the way to do it. So, you know, it's one of those things that you want to practice. And as you can see, I'm getting some pretty good hits on target. I'm really not getting behind my iron sights. I'm just getting behind the gun at this distance. One of the things that I like to do, if you notice, I have a little circle over here, right? So one of the things that I will do a lot of times is I'll take a bunch of shots center mass, but then I'll take a well-aimed shot at that circle, at the face. And the purpose of adding that little part to the drill is to teach you that at some point, or to train you rather, at some point you need to come back to your iron sights, okay? So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to circle, take a bunch of shots, and then I'll come back and I'll take a really well-aimed shot or two, whatever it takes, at that circle. Okay. And there's my shot right there. Okay, so and we can also do this again, running backwards. Okay, so it just teaches you to get back on your iron sights, because one of the things that I find is that, you know, when people do a lot of practice doing point shooting, you know, it's really easy to point shoot. It's you know, especially if you practice it, but it's hard for people to mentally go from point shooting back to iron sight. So I make a point of actually drilling it, where I'll do close distance point shooting, okay, and then as I'm moving away or moving in a circle, I'll get back on my iron sights, and basically I'll set up a more difficult target, a smaller target, where I have to go to my iron sights, because there's no way I can hit that, you know, get inside that circle there without using my iron sights. So a couple of things for you guys to try out. Let me know how you like the exercise. I'll talk to you guys soon.